Thank you for the opportunity to present to you this morning. The project that I would put before you for consideration today would be landscape enhancements of Oklahoma State Highway 11 from the airport and Interstate 244 to the east side of the interdispersal loop. Next slide. Put this picture in there not because of its aesthetics, actually quite opposite. These are some areas that if you were driving through Tulsa on 244, this is the exit to Highway 11 if you were leaving town. We're better than that. That's what it looks like right now. This is an unkept area of just volunteer trees, the fence line encroaching upon that. And if you were to go drive that right now, there's grass growing around it because the mowers can't get through. If we do not maintain the areas, much of what Up With Trees has done for the last 39 years, this is what we end up with. And we're better than that. The people, your constituents, want a beautiful, vibrant city. And if you were to approve this plan, it would really mirror, it would bookend another proposal that is already privately funded that will begin this fourth quarter, which is a redo of I-44. Once this is done, approximately 2,200 trees, 92,000 square feet of wildflowers. It will literally be one of the most beautiful stretches of road in the state of Oklahoma. And so what we are proposing is to take areas like this. Next slide. This is 244 that either has nothing in some other aspects that are overgrown and unkept, and create a wonderful corridor from the airport to downtown, but also people just driving through and for the citizens of Tulsa themselves. So with your vision, with your leadership, we want to transform it into this. These are some of Up With Trees' oldest sites out by the airport, planted in the 70s, 80s, added to by private foundations as well. But this is indicative of the vibrant, sustainable city that we are. So you might ask, why trees? Looking at what the council has put forth for their objectives for Vision 2025, you know, trees have a real, tangible, environmental, economic, and social benefit to our city. So from the enhancement of quality of life, cleaner air, cleaner water, better places to drive, more walkable communities, it enhances the quality of life. We were asked to look at reimagining those commercial corridors in those neighborhoods. So I'd have you in your mind's eye think of where 244 goes through and the entryway to those commercial corridors. That right now, much of that fence line is overgrown, is being encroached upon. It just really doesn't set that backdrop of making Tulsa that place where people want to live, where they want to work, where they choose to stay. And think of the neighborhoods that go through, the walkability of some of those houses that literally abut 244. There are a couple walking bridges going across that have become overgrown. We get calls from the Neighborhood Association or the Main Street USA groups. Can you come help us? And we do. We go out, we train them, here's how we prune, we carry off the brush and whatnot, but there's a better way. I mean, that is just kind of a Band-Aid on the problem. And some of those walking bridges are the main conduit for the people who live on the south side of 244 to get safely to those commercial centers. For public safety, studies show, and you have many of this information on the right side of your packet, what do trees mean to our communities?
1 minute.
The surveys are on the black sheet that says trees mean, but decrease crash rates because studies show people aren't as stressed. Road rage goes down, slower speeds. So crash rates, property crimes, vandalism, all of these go down where beautification efforts take place. And then finally, if you take all of those in conjunction, the cleaner air, cleaner water, more walkable communities, lower incidences of cardiopulmonary issues, that all goes back to our chronic public health issues. So the proposal is $2.5 million to do the 6.3 miles. This is very much built on the framework of the I-44 plan. And so those dollars, we know what it costs to plant and maintain trees on the side of the road. So $1.85 million for 2,200 trees, 200,000 square feet of wildflower plots, a 5-year establishment, warranty, and maintenance, $500,000 for fence line remediation, taking out some of those unwanted trees, pruning others, and then the landscape design fees for a landscape architect to design all of this.